right, hold up. What's up happening? What's the business, everybody? What's up, man? Welcome back to Reading with SHILO. What's up, baby? I'm SHILO. I'm out here. Handling business. Sabbath is over. I hope everybody had a happy Sabbath, a wonderful Sabbath. Yeah, so since the Sabbath is over, man, we're going to go ahead and get into part 16. Part 16 of the slave revolution in the Caribbean. 1789 to 1804, man. I'm out here for this thing, man. We're going to see what's going down, man. Let me make sure something right quick. Let me make sure something right quick and see if this video, if this episode, yeah, this episode 16. We out here. Episode 16. We in this thing. So, man, when you come in, take your shoes off. Take your shoes off before you enter my house, man. Leave your dusty foots at the door. Come in prepared to listen. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your people, man. SHILO out here reading shit, man. And we trying to get it in and see what's going on. We trying to build a better us. We have all that we need to succeed. You have all that you need to succeed. So let's succeed. And we're going to succeed in this episode today, man. This episode of Reading with SHILO. So what's the business? What's up with you? You ready? You ready to hear about the revolution? You ready to hear about the insurrections, the revolts, the fighting with the pink people? It was knocking boys' heads off down there in Haiti, Guadalupe, and St. Martinique, and St. Domingo, which is what we're about to read in section 36. Charles Brockden Brown. Yeah, I was having some issues with my eye last night, man. That thing was hurting. Oh, yeah, but hey, I'm good now. All praise to the Most High. I'm good now. I'm good now. Yeah. Oh. So when you come on in, man, let me know. Somebody, whenever y'all come on in, let me say something in the chat. Hello, hey, shalom, what it is. Just want to know the chat working. That's all we're trying to do. On that note, so we are on page 164, and we have to get to page 196. So we about 30 pages out. We got about 30 pages out till we finish the book. I know I'm not going to read 30 pages tonight, but it will be about an hour read. Since my eye feeling good, I'm good to go. We're going to do about an hour read tonight, so we can get it in and try to finish strong. We're going to finish rowing strong as we keep rowing through the sea of pages that has been laid to us by Mr. Garrigus and Mr. Dubois. Man, what can we learn and grow from? What treasures await us? That's what we're trying to see. But hey, let's get the workout going, man. We're going to work our body, work our mind, and then work our body to get on the work on the ass into this, on the caboose end. And we're going to keep pushing. So do 25 things. Give me 25 things, whatever it is. I don't know what it is for you, man. Do 25 somethings. I've been trying to keep it light, honestly. I've been trying to keep it easy and do like regular shit, push-ups and things of that nature. But at some point, we're going to have to up the ante and move on to other things and start doing some burpees and some other shit, some other things. So that way we can get our shit together. What's on? Shalom, Alex. What's going down? Welcome. Appreciate somebody listening. Yeah, 25 things. Give me 25 things, whatever it is. Just don't cheat yourself. Make you feel it. Feel it. 25 of them. Whatever it is, man. Whatever it is. 25. Oh, shit. I guess I do push-ups, man. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. I don't know what that shit mean. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, I got pull-ups. I'm just not doing no pull-ups in here, man. My pull-up machine not open here. So, but if my pull-up machine was open here, we could do dips, we could do pull-ups, we could do something. But you do whatever's available to you in the area that you are. That's what I ask of. I'm not bringing all my weights. Sometimes I bring my dummy in here. I need to do 25, 50 knees on that thing. But 25 or whatever it is, that's how we're going to run the show right now. 25 somethings. Wherever you at, man, wherever you at, do something. Start somewhere. Do something. Do something. Start somewhere, man. That's where it takes. It takes me to start somewhere, man. I'm going to do 25 push-ups. That's what I'm going to do. 25 push-ups, probably 50. You do 25. You do 25. I'm going to probably do 50 of them things. And we're going to get to reading. Reading for the slave revolution in the Caribbean. Oh, Caribbean. So 25 something. Get into it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hurry up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, since I'm the captain of the ship, I'm going to try to do 50. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Feel it? 50 in that thing. 50. I gave you 50, man. I gave you 50. And all I asked you to do is 25. I gave you 50. All I ask of you is 25. So we done worked our body a little bit. Something. And something is better than nothing. You know, we're just trying to get a better routine going. We're trying to build better habits. And sometimes, you know, you got to start off small when you're trying to build habits. When I pulled it up on the Terminator, it says that some people can build a habit 14 days, some people 30 days, and some people it'll take 200 and something days. But regardless, it is work that needs to happen for the habit to be built. Discipline. And anything, something is better. And I mean, you might be fat. You might not be able to do as much as others, but you do what you have to do, you know, and we're going to keep pushing. You have all that you need to succeed. So let's do so. Let's do so. Anyway, so we're going to keep going in the book. If it is anything that I don't know, a word I don't know, I don't understand, man, I'm going to take the time to look it up. We're going to stop. We're going to look it up. I'll use a dictionary, old school, and if not, man, I'll use a Terminator. I don't like to use a Terminator, but we'll use it. We'll use the old Terminator and see what's what. So get your shit together. Get ready to listen. Prepare your mind. What can we learn and grow from? What treasures can we find in the sea of pages? Slave Revolution in the Caribbean by Dubois and Garrigus, 1789 to 1804. Let's see what they know. Let's see how it goes. So prepare yourself. We're going to read for about an hour. When you come in, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your people, man. SHILO out here reading shit. We trying to learn something, baby. We trying to learn something. Learn something, see what it is. Let's go. Section 36. Charles Brogden Brown, St. Domingo, December of 1804. The publisher of the literary magazine, Charles Brogden Brown, has been described as the father of the American novel. And unlike Jefferson, he was an enthusiastic abolitionist. But he nevertheless worried about the possibility of slave uprisings in the United States. In this piece, he reflected on the impact of the creation of Haiti might have elsewhere in the Americas. Man, they didn't want that. They didn't want the Negroes and the mulattoes to get it in their mind that they could uprise the same way Haiti did. If Haiti won and separated themselves from the French and the Dutch and the British and the Portuguese and all other people who were trying to come in and lend their hands to help with their emancipation, then they would think that the slaves who were in the South would do the same. They didn't want that. When I first heard of the Black Chief of St. Domingo bestowing on himself the title of Emperor of Haiti, I could not help smiling. I thought at first it was the device of some wag who wanted to ridicule the ambition of Bonaparte, but it turned out to be a specimen of that miserable and childish spirit of imitation, which some think characteristic of the Negro race. The affairs of Saint Domingo constitute an extraordinary picture, a sovereign and independent nation of blacks, endowed with the language and many of the arts, especially the military art of the most refined nation of the earth, presents itself to our view in an island separated by a wide ocean from their native or original country. A mob of slaves have contrived to expel their masters from the finest spot on the globe and to form themselves into the political body, probably not less than 12 or 15 times more numerous than any other community of their color. And in Africa, there are doubtless many millions of Negroes, but the largest community of them probably does not exceed a few thousand. Whereas, at the breaking out of the revolution, the Negro population on St. Domingo somewhat exceeded 600,000. So that if the denominations of empire or emperor are justified by comparative importance, Haiti and its chief are more entitled to these splendid titles by their superiority to all other black nations than France and its new emperor are by their preeminence above other European nations. What says the inquisitive mind? Is it to be the future destiny of Haiti? Should it be in future left to itself? Or should it be able to resist the external efforts made to subdue it? The blacks are wholly unacquainted. There we go. They are wholly unacquainted with the arts of government. They are, by education and condition, at least a lawless and furious race, who will bow to nothing but a stern and sanguinary despotism. What is sanguinary? Sanguinary. I wonder if it got to do with something being, they got to be badder than them. It's got to be a bad mamma jamma. They going to only bow to a bad mamma jamma. And he got to be worse than them. Sanguinary. I wonder if that's what that means. Let's see. Sanguinary. If you know what it is, put it in the chat. Sanguinary. Let's write it down. Sanguinary before we look it up. Sanguinary. 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 Let's check the old school. We're gonna rock the dictionary first. Sanguinary. Sanguine. Cheerful, optimistic, sanguinary. Okay, there it is right there. Sanguinary. Sanguinary. Accompanied by much bloodshed, murderous. I was right. A bad mamma jamma. It's going to take a bad mamma jamma. Let's see, it says, they are, by education and condition at least, a lawless and furious race who will bow to nothing but a stern and murderous disposition. I mean, it's a murderous despotism, a stern and accompanied by much bloodshed despotism, a stern and, I like that, murderous, stern and murderous, sanguinary, a stern and sanguinary despotism. It gotta be somebody hard, man. They ain't gonna listen to no sucker. Ain't gonna listen to no jive turkey. No lame. Man, can't be no lame. For a time at least, we can expect nothing but a series of bloody revolutions in which one military adventurer shall rise upon the ruins of another, till at length some breathing interval will occur long enough to furnish the hereditary principle room to operate, and to engage the affections and obedience of the people to some one fortunate family. That the blacks of St. Domingo will be left to themselves is, however, by no means probable, They will no doubt remain unmolested till the conclusion of the present war in Europe. But then it is easy to foresee that the whole power of France will be bent to the recovery of this valuable colony. Yeah, because they got that dope. They got that sugar dope there, man. They got that sugar dope in Haiti. That's the problem. They don't want, hey, these Negroes can't take over these Negroes can't be the plug. Oh, hell with that, man. These Negroes got to stay the workers. We the plug. That's how the French was looking at it, or the Europeans was looking at it. And we can't let the Negroes uprise, because then we ain't gonna have the plug no more. They wanted that sugar dope. Revenge, pride, interest, every motive that usually governs individuals or nations will combine to stimulate the efforts of the French towards this quarter. The struggle will be obstinate and destructive, but the growing superiority of numbers on the side of the invaders will render the ultimate event sure. The blacks will be reduced to a miserable remnant, who will be lost and confounded with the helpless multitude annually imported from Africa to supply the previous waste. The interest of the European colonists is such that we cannot expect that the French designs upon Saint Domingo will meet with any interruptions from their neighbors. Such, at least, will be the notions of the British government. A common politician would be included to suppose that the British power in the West Indies would be more endangered to the reestablishment of their great rivals in Saint Domingo than by the independence of the Haiti Empire. The wealth and population of all the British Isles bear a slender proportion to those of Saint Domingo. After a conquest and a peace of a few years, while the latter has over the former the important advantage which attends one compact realm over scattered and disjoint provinces. Against the French, even during peace, a great naval and military establishment must be maintained, and which will by no means be necessary against the blacks. Should Haiti continue independent, or should it regain independence at any future period, its history will be a curious chapter in the great book of contingency, and such as, I believe, has no parallel in the former history of mankind. A fertile island in America, inhabited by a race of Negroes derived from a stock in the heart of Africa, who have been raised by the very slavery of their ancestors to a similitude in manners, religion, arts, and language, with the most potent and refined of the Christian or European nations, is the grand outline of this history. What indeed will become of the posterity of the Negroes who now residing in the North and South America, their present servile condition cannot possibly continue forever, but the race must necessarily continue, and they cannot fail to go on multiplying to the indefinite extent. They must gradually become personally free, but no doubt will for ages to come constitute the lowest class of this society, of that society to which they belong. They are so distributed throughout the two continents that no separate community can possibly be generated by their separate interests. Their situation in the islands is somewhat different, and it is by no means impossible that they may all, at some remote period, become what Saint Domingo has already become. Sovereign nations or communities of Negroes by whom the whites shall be tolerated at one time as useful guests and persecuted at another as detested enemies. Hey, I'm right with that thought. Yeah, get that thought right. Yeah, you keep trying to undercut them people. Yeah, your plans is going to be faulted. Your plans is going to be fought against. Part 6. War and Independence. War and Independence, Section 37. Toussaint Louverture, from Constitution of the French Colony of Saint Dominique, 1801. In 1800s, Napoleon Bonaparte proclaimed a new constitution from France, which pronounced that henceforth the colonies would be governed by particular laws, different from those in the metropole and proclaimed from Paris. This was an alarming development for the former slaves of the Caribbean, for planters had long argued that the colonies needed particular laws as a way of defending the institution of slavery. And in St. Dominique, Toussaint Louverture appointed an assembly whose members were mostly white planters, which drew up a constitution for the colony. It named Louverture governor for life, required ex-slave laborers to remain on their plantations, and encouraged the importation of new laborers from Africa. And Bonaparte, far from being pleased about the particular laws produced by Louverture for St. Dominique, was enraged by what he saw as a direct challenge to his authority. Yeah, get your mind right, Bonaparte. We out here. That's what Louverture was saying. I'm out here, bitch. Get your mind right. This is what we're going to do over here. And hell with what y'all got going on in Paris, man. This is what it is out here in the islands, in Haiti. We got something for you. If you don't want to, you don't want to keep, you don't want to come to an agreement. Oh yeah, we got something for you, my boy. The deputies of the departments of the colony of St. Dominique, united in the Central Assembly, have decided on and laid out the constitutional foundation of the regime of the French colony of St. Dominique, which are as follows. Let's see what they are. Title 1 of the territory. Article 1. St. Dominique in its entirety and Samana, la Tortue, la Gonave, les Caïmites, El Alvoche, La Seon, and other adjacent islands from the territory of a single colony, which is part of the French Empire, but submitted to particular laws. I know I mispronounced some of them words or some of the names of those places. La Seon. Article 2. The territory of this colony is divided into departments, districts, and parishes, just like in Louisiana, parishes. Article 2. Of its inhabitants. Title 2. Of its inhabitants. Article 3. There can be no slaves in this territory. Servitude is abolished within it forever. All men who are born here live and die free and French. Article 4. All men, whatever their color, are eligible for all positions. Article 5. There exist no distinctions other than those based on virtues and talents, and no superiority other than that granted by the law to the exercise of the public function. The law is the same for all, whether it punishes or protects. Title 3 of religion. Article 6. The Catholic, Apostolic, and Roman religion is the only one that is publicly professed. In Article 8, the governor of the colony will assign to each minister of the religion the extent of his spiritual administration, and these ministers can never, under any pretext, form a body within the colony. Title 4 of morals. Article 9. The civil and religious institution of marriage encourages the purity of morals, and therefore those spouses who practice the virtues their status demands of them will always be distinguished and specially protected by the government. Article 10. Divorce will not be allowed in the colony. Ooh, I like that. Divorce will not be allowed in the colony. Hey, that's what you signed up for. Hey, you said you want to be married? It's forever. Till death do you part. Shut the hell up and take that down. Take that. They need to do that here. They need to do that shit here. I'm going to highlight it in green. Divorce will not be allowed in the colony. Hey, once you're married, baby, that's it. You better choose wisely. Choose wisely. Article 11. The status and the rights of children born in marriage will be fixed by laws meant to spread and maintain social virtues and encourage and cement family ties. I like that shit too. I like that one too. That's a good one. I like that one too. I like it based on the last statement, to cement family ties. The status and the rights of children born in marriage will be fixed by laws meant to spread and maintain social virtues. Man, we need that here, because the social virtues and morals here have gone in the drain. And will be fixed by laws meant to spread and maintain social virtues and encourage and cement family ties. We need that. We need some encouragement and some cementation of family ties. Block that shit together. Title 5 of Men in Society, Article 12. The Constitution guarantees individual liberty and security. No one can be arrested except by virtue of a formally expressed order, emanating from an administrator that the law grants the rights to arrest and to detain in a publicly designated location. Article 13. Property is sacred and inviolable. All persons, either by themselves or through their representatives, are free to dispose of and administer what is recognized as belonging to them. Anyone who attacks this right commits a crime against society and is guilty toward the person whose property they have troubled. Better get your ass off my shit. Title 6 of Cultivation and Commerce, Article 14. Since the colony is essentially agricultural, it cannot be allowed to suffer even the slightest interruption in the work of cultivation. Article 15. Each plantation is a factory that requires the union of cultivators and workers. It is the peaceful refuge of an active and faithful family, where the owner of the property or his representatives is of necessity the father. Article 16. Each cultivator and worker is a part of the family and receives a portion of its revenues. All change in residence on the part of the cultivators leads to the ruin of cultivation. Article 17. Since the introduction of cultivators is indispensable to the reestablishment and the growth of crops, it will take place in St. Dominique, and the Constitution charges the governor to take appropriate measures to encourage and favor this increase in the number of hands, to stipulate and balance various interests, and to assure and guarantee the execution of the respective obligations that will be the result of the introduction. Article 18. Since the commerce of the colony consists entirely in the exchange of the commodities and products of its territory, the introduction of those of the same kind as its own is and will remain prohibited. Title 7 of Legislation and Legislative Authority. Article 19. The administration of the colony will be determined by law proposed by the governor and pronounced by the assembly of the inhabitants, who will meet at fixed dates in the center of the colony under the title of the Central Assembly of St. Dominique. Article 24. The Central Assembly votes on the adoption or the rejection of the laws that are proposed by the governor. It votes on regulations that have been made and on the application of laws that are already in place, on abuses to be corrected, on improvements to be pursued in all aspects of the services of the colony. Article 25. On the basis of the report of the tax receipts and spending presented to it by the governor, the Central Assembly determines, if necessary, the amount, the length, and the mode of collection of the tax, and its increase or decrease. Those reports will subsequently be printed. Title 8 of the Government, Article 27. The administrative reins of the colony are confined to the governor, who will correspond directly with the government of the metropole for everything relative to the interests of the colony. Article 28. The Constitution names as governor the citizen Toussaint Louverture, the general-in-chief of the Army of Saint Dominic, and in consideration of the important services he has rendered the colony in the most critical circumstances of the Revolution, and on the request of its thankful inhabitants, the reins of government are confided to him for the rest of his glorious life. They didn't like that, man. Give that man his roses. That's what they're trying to do. Article 29. In the future, each governor will be named for 5 years and will be allowed to continue every 5 years if he has overseen a good administration. Article 30. To affirm the tranquility that the colony owes to the firmness, activity, and tireless zeal and rare virtues of General Toussaint Louverture, and as a sign of the unlimited confidence of the inhabitants of Saint Dominic, the Constitution attributes to him the exclusive right to choose the citizen who, in the unfortunate event of his death, will replace him. This choice will be secret. Article 31. The citizen chosen by General Toussaint Louverture to take over the reins of the government will take an oath before the Central Assembly at his death to execute the Constitution of Saint Dominic and to remain attached to the French government. Section 38. Louis Delgris. Proclamation, 1802. In late 1801, soldiers and officers of African descent in Guadeloupe rose up against the Admiral Jean-Baptiste Raymond de la Crosse, who was trying to arrest several popular officers, and expelled him from the island. An officer named Magloire Peleg took command and sought to negotiate with the exiled Lacrosse and with the French metropolitan government. In May 1802, a convoy of troops under the command of General Antoine Richepens arrived in Guadeloupe with orders to crush the revolt on the island. It was granted by Peleg, but other officers and soldiers, led by the officer Louis Delgris, began to resist the French. As he prepared to battle the French, Delgris issued the following proclamation, which, according to the 19th century historian of Guadeloupe, Auguste Lecure, had become drafted by a white Creole named Montereau. To the entire universe, the last cry of innocence and despair. These are the greatest days of a century that will always be famous for the triumph of entitlement and philosophy. And yet, in the midst of them is a class of unfortunates threatened with destruction, which finds itself obliged to raise its voice towards posterity, so that she will know, once they have disappeared, of their innocence and misery. The victim of a small number of bloodthirsty individuals who have dared trick the French government, a crowd of citizens, always loyal to the fatherland, has found itself enveloped in an accusation put forth by the author of all its miseries. General Richepens, the extent of whose power we do not know, since he has presented himself only as an army general, has so far announced his arrival only through a proclamation whose expressions are so broad that even as he promises protection, he could kill us without departing from the terms he has used. In this style, we have recognized the mark of the Admiral Lacrosse, who has sworn his eternal hatred of us. Yes, we would like to believe that the General Richepens too has been tricked by this treacherous man who uses daggers as well as slander. What are the acts of authority with which we have been threatened? Are the bayonets of those brave soldiers whose arrival we have been awaiting and who previously were directed only against the enemies of the Republic to be turned against us? Rather, if we consider the actions the authorities have already taken in Point of Pete, they are instead killing people slowly in prisons. Well, we choose to die more quickly. Yes, sir.
That popsicle, please.
What?
I have to wait?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You will have to wait. Yes, sir. You can have one. You can have one. You can have one today, but you have to wait. I have about 15 more minutes to read.
15?
Yeah, 15 or so. 15, 20 more minutes of reading.
20 more minutes of reading or 15?
Yes, sir. 15 to 20 more minutes of reading. And then you can have a popsicle.
Okay.
You can rock with that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, let me get some, man. What's up? What's up? You can rock. Bye, y'all. Oh, my son. Thank you. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want to crack your back. I want to squeeze you so tight. Oh, I got you. Squeeze you, boy. I squeeze all you. All right. I squeeze you. Let us dare say it. The fundamental principles of the worst tyrants have been surpassed today, and our old oppressors permitted a master to emancipate his slave. But it seems that in this century of philosophy, there exist men grown powerful thanks to the distance that separates them from those who appoint them, who only want to see men who are black or who take their origins from this color in the chains of slavery. First Consul of the Republic. First Council of the Republic, warrior philosopher, from whom we expected the justice we deserved. Why have we been abandoned to mourn how far we live from the land that produced the sublime ideas we have so often admired? Without a doubt, one day you will know of our innocence. Then it will be too late, and perverse men, will already have used the slander that they have poured upon us to consummate our ruin. And citizens of Guadalupe, you for whom a difference in the color of the epidermis is enough of a title so that you do not fear the vengeance that threatens us. And unless they force you to carry arms against us, you have heard what motives of our indignation. Resistance to oppression is a natural right, and divinity itself cannot be offended that we are defending ourselves. We are defending our cause, which is that of humanity and justice. We will not stain it with the shadow of crime. Yes, we are resolved to defend ourselves, but we will not become aggressors. Stay in our homes and fear nothing from us. Stay in your homes. Stay in your homes and fear nothing from us. We swear solemnly to respect your wives, your children, your properties, and to use all our power to make sure others respect them. And you, posterity, shed a tear for our sorrows, and we will die satisfied. Signed, the commander of Bastillery, Louis Delgris. Section 39. General Jean-Francis Xavier de Menard. On the final stand of Delgris, 1802. After furious battles in the town of Bastille, Delgris and many of his followers retreated to the heights on the slopes of the Soufriere volcano. The Soufriere. Let me see if I'm pronouncing that shit right. Soufriere volcano. Soufriere volcano. Yeah, let's see what that is. I didn't pronounce it right. I mean, I don't know if I pronounced it right, but it popped up. La Soufriere, St. Vincent. La Soufriere. F-F-R-I-E-R-E. Soufriere pronunciation. Soufriere. I was close. The word soufriere is pronounced soufriere. Soufriere. I was close. I would like to hear it though. Soufflé.
Domino's loaded chicken.
Hit it, shit.
Right when you mix and match any 2 or more items for $6.99 each.
It is said as soufrière.
I was close.
Soufrière.
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 I was close.
Could it be fine?
I'm out here. The soufrière. I was close. I was close. The soufrière, slopes of the Soufrière volcano above the town. The French general Jean-Francois Xavier de Menard, who led some of the French troops in the combat against Garrigus, described the combat against them in a long report on the campaign prepared for the government in France. And in this passage, Menard describes the final stand of Garrigus and his troops at Matuba. Matuba. One of the most fascinating details is a description of one of the flags flown by the insurgents, which, as he puts it, was meant to symbolize their independence. And in 1803, the leaders of the revolution in Haiti would use a similar flag. Let's see what flag it is. (1803) Haitian flag. Let's see, images. I guess it's this one. Either one. Oh, well, up here it says, let me go to this one. I'll go to here. Okay, this one gives, y'all can stop it and look at it and see if y'all can read it. It gives a better description. Each of them has in 1790 to 1791 in the Ogué. The Ogué Rebellion flag is the first one with the black face. And then the next one is the 18th of May in 1803. This might be it. That might be it. To January 1st of 1804 in the Dessalines Army. Liberté ou la mort. That's the second one. That one right there. And then the next one is from January 1st of 1804 to the 20th of May, 1805. And the bottom one is the newest one, or the latest one, the last one in February 26th of 1986. Here's that one right there, the Haitian flag. One by my phone. The Terminator come in handy sometimes. Hell with the Terminator though. The most difficult operation still had to be executed, and the securing of the colony depended on its success. The general-in-chief knew from the reports of spies that the rebels, masters of Matuba, were regrouping and fortifying each day at the Angelmont plantation, which they had stocked with all kinds of ammunition, and that Garrigus, after his retreat from the fort, had established his headquarters there, and from it threatened the town of Bastogne every day. Bastogne. Bastogne. In general, the general-in-chief, after having gathered information about Angelmont, decided on the plan of attack that aimed to surround the enemy by taking the La Salle plantation, situated on the hill that provided the only avenue of retreat. And on the night of 7 to 8 Prairiel on May 27th to the 28th, the citizen Cambriel, leader of the 2nd Battalion of the 66th, received the order to leave at dawn to go to this plantation, passing through the woods that are at the foot of the Soufriere. The 3rd Battalion was to arrive from the opposite side by going up the Paris and the St. Louis River. While the 4 grenadier companies were to break through the Constantine Passage and 2 companies at the center of the Nosserie Bridge, the enemy had advanced post-close to the bridge, close to the bridge over the Paris River. And as soon as they saw our troops, they retreated behind the St. Louis River, whose wide crossing at the level of the Fifi Massou plantation was defended by 2 cannons, and the 3rd Battalion of the 66th performed marvels of bravery to penetrate it. But all its efforts were useless. While the firing was very heavy, the commander Delacroix, with 150 men, crossed the river at its narrowest ford in the area called the Horseshoe, and took the battery that was stopping his battalion. As he was carrying out this success, the citizen Cambriel, with the 2nd Battalion of the Demi Brigade, arrived near the La Salle coffee plantation after having overcome incredible difficulties in the woods, which are not pierced by any trials. The enemy, surprised by the maneuvers they did not expect, and which put them in a very bad position, hastily retreated to Engelmont. The commander Delacroix took advantage of this to accompany Park, which the insurgents could have taken great advantage of. And he established communication with the citizen Cambriel, and they both agreed to let their troops take a rest so they would be ready for a vigorous attack. All the bravery of the company of grenadiers was unable to break through the passage of the Constantine Hill, and the situation of the enemy was so advantageous that, without risking the loss of a single man, they killed all those who presented themselves. 7 grenadiers were killed in this attack. And in 1793, the English sacrificed 700 men trying to take this same position without making any progress. The Nosseries Bridge presents the same difficulties. In any case, the enemy had mostly destroyed this bridge that crosses the precipice 150 foot deep. Man, that's some deep ass water right there. Or maybe that's just we'll see. The general-in-chief, having visited these 2 points, ordered that we limit ourselves to harassing the blacks by firing a cannon in their direction. And because of this, the successes of the day were left to the 2 battalions of the 66th. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they continued their march towards Engelmont, tightening their line more and more as they approached. The activity, the courage, even recklessness of the Negroes since the beginning of the attack, and the anonymous cry of "Live free or die!" that they often repeated, the care they took to remove the white color from their flag to symbolize their independence clearly announced that their situation was desperate and their resistance would be terrible. And it was, in effect. But seeing that it was useless, and with their fear beginning to win them over, about 150 men escaped by slipping into the woods that parallel the pass of the Nosserie Bridge, and the rest retreated to the Engelmont plantation. We charged after them with fixed bayonets, and already a few of the bravest had crossed the ditch surrounding it when the terrible explosion showed us one of the most horrible scenes that war can produce. The Engelmont had just exploded. Its dispersed rubble became a vast pyre whose flames devoured more than 500 corpses, among which we could see women and children. A surviving prisoner told us that Delgris, having been wounded in the knee and no longer able to ride a horse, had resolved to die once he saw himself surrounded. He communicated this project to his companions, who adopted it with a furious enthusiasm, and immediately barrels of powder were positioned in such a way as to create the most terrible effect. The blacks, holding each other by hand, encouraging one another by shouting, "No slavery! Long live death!" That's right, no slavery. No slavery. No slavery. No slavery. Long live death. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm almost done. No slavery. Long live death. The signal was about to be given when one of those humanitarian impulses which are sometimes placed in the souls of villains to soften the horror they inspire pushed Delgris to save the whites who the fortunes of war had placed in his hands. They exited, but almost all of them were killed by the far-reaching fragments from the explosion. This act of appalling courage ended the war by destroying all at once with one blow. The leaders of the revolt, their elite soldiers, and the rest of their ammunition. Yes, sir.
You understand?
Oh, Lord. Yes, sir. I'm almost done.
So you have to do a little
I'm gonna stop there.
pages?
No, sir. I'm gonna stop there.
Stop right here.
Yes, right here at section 40. Right here. I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
So we're gonna stop there at section 40, and we'll come back next time. The next episode, man. We only have 5 sections left. We're on page 1. We're stopping on page 175. I think I read wonderful tonight, man. I read wonderful. I rode wonderful tonight. Yes, sir, man. I was reading smooth. I had a couple of little hiccups here and there, but I was riding smooth. I was rowing smooth through the. Yes, sir. I was rowing through the sea of pages.
There you are, Colin.
I was rowing good through the sea of pages
You
tonight.
are, Colin.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm getting it
I
in.
want to see this glow. His eyes glow. I want to see him glow.
So this book has 45 sections. 45 sections. Yeah, 45 sections. And it stops on page 196. So I think I'm going to finish this book tomorrow. That is the plan. That's the plan. After we come back from fishing, it depends. I'm going to see, man. Depending on what time I wake up tonight. If I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, man, or 3 o'clock in the morning, we're going to read. We're going to read. We're going to come read and try to finish it off. We're going to try to finish it off tomorrow. But we're going to stop right here at section 40, Napoleon Bonaparte and the General Charles Victor Emmanuel Leclerc, the letters of 1802 to 1803. We'll come back next time and finish there, man. We don't have long left. We don't have much left. We do not have much left. I like that. No slavery. Long live death. Long live death. These people would rather die than be slaves. That is the mindset that it's kind of like a suicide bomber. I liken that to like a suicide bomber. You know, the suicide bomber will, you know, hey, he will do, or they will do what they, have to. They will give their life. They will give their life for the furtherment of the situation or the furtherment of their cause. They will perform an act of martyrdom to further the cause. And these people who were held with Delgris, they were willing to do that as well. You know, they were willing to take out whoever, man, because when it comes to fighting for your freedom, man, you can't give up by any means necessary. By any means. Ain't that what Malcolm X said? By any means necessary. Man. But they don't want you to go out like that. They don't want you to have that thought about enemies necessary. Shit, they got the thought about enemies necessary. The pink people who are conquering and trying to conquer everybody. Believe me, they are trying to conquer by any means necessary. They don't care about the tools they use upon you. So you shouldn't worry about the tools that you use upon them. When it comes to war, all is fair in war. Huh? All is fair in love and war. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say? Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do in a war against people who did what the hell they wanted to do to put me in a position or to put those people in a position? Man. Now, I don't agree with necessarily IMOUTCHERE. You know, I'm glad he did his part, but at the same time, he should have got them damn pink people out the way. Should have got the pink people out the way, and then they could have made a move from that point. They could have made a move from that point. I think they should have rid the island. They should have rid all the islands of all the pink folks. Get them out. Get them gone. Get them out and get them gone, man. So. But boy, your little leg hot, boy. You got a little hot leg. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and man, that was a reading today. I like that. I like the way I read today. Oh, I like it. Come on, you gonna let me use you? Let me use you. Let me use you for 25 things, man. Get up there. Get up there so I can use you, boy. So I can put your legs together. 25 things with this, boy. So we worked our body, we worked our mind, so now it's time to work our body one last time on the way going out. So you do 25 things. I'm going to do 25 things. So let's get it. You ready? Hold your body straight, boy. Hold it straight. Hold it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I should bite you. I got you. Come on, let me start over. Let's start over. I stopped on 18. Come on. I'm not going to bite you. Hold on. Wait. Put your legs together. There we go. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, one more, 25! Bite you, boy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I bite you. Ah! Like a gremlin. Yeah, man, I hope everybody enjoyed the reading tonight. Man, I hope there's something you can pull from it. What treasures awaited us, man? What treasures did you find, man? What did you find in there? What you heard?
Treasure books.
The sea of pages, man. That's what this is. This is a sea of pages. And I'm trying to roll my way through it, man. I'm like a pirate.
A pirate book.
Yeah, I'm searching for the treasures, man. You gotta search for the treasures, the booty, the bounty, the spoils. What can we expose? Let's expose the truth. Let's hear more of our stories. Let's expose the things that they're trying to hide and put it in a book. So we're going to take a look and see what it be. And we're going to speak and read on it like they watching TV, baby. I'll hit you with the 3-piece. Anyway, why don't be trying to hit your daddy, boy?
Oh, you feel sweater right here.
I know, man. I know.
Your armpits sweating.
But anyway, that was today's episode, man. I read good. I like today's episode. Oh, yeah. We read for a good hour.
A good hour?
Yeah, so we read for about a good hour. A good one. Yeah. And I like look at the front of that. Look at the battles. Look at the front of that. Look at the battle taking place, man. There's fighting in that thing. Get them. Get somebody out the way, boy. Get me the white book.
The white.
Go in the middle. You see? Yes. Yeah, so, no. Yes, sir. Do that one. That one. Let me get that one.
Ooh.
So, after we finish this one, we're going to immediately jump in to this one. The Black Jacobians, Toussaint Louverture and the Saint Domingo Revolution by C.L.R. James. Laveau. We're going to jump into this one so that way we can read it in conjunction with this one. There we go. I think it's going to be good. I wonder if that's a portrayal of Toussaint. We'll come with this one after. This powerful and impassioned book has long been hailed as the classic account of the Haitian Revolution of 1791 to 1803, the largest successful revolt by enslaved people in history. The uprising began in the wake of the storming of the Bastille in France, but became the model for liberation movements from Africa to Cuba. It is the story of the French colony of San Domingo, a place where the brutality of plantation owners towards enslaved people was horrifyingly severe. And it is the story of the charismatic and barely literate enslaved person named Toussaint Louverture, who successfully led the Black people of San Domingo against successive invasions by overwhelming French, Spanish, and English forces, and in the process helped form the first independent post-colonial nation in the Caribbean. C.L.R. James, 1901 to 1989. I was 9 years old when that boy died.
What you say?
I was 9 years old when he died. He died at 88 years old.
8 years old.
C.L.R. James was a Trinidadian-born historian, literary critic, and philosopher, and a leader of the Pan-African movement. And in addition to his works of history and his political activism, he was known for sports writing, playwriting, and fiction. His novel, Minty Alley, written in 1927, was the first by a Black person from the West Indies to be published in Britain. And his 1963 book, Beyond the Boundary, has been hailed as the best book on cricket ever written. And that is The Black Jacobians. So we're going to get into that one next, as soon as we're done with this one. So hopefully as soon as we finish assassinating this book, I'm going to assassinate it.
Were you all the way to the end?
Yes, sir. That means I have assassinated it. That means that I have succeeded. I have succeeded.
In the rolling book.
That's right. And we have rolled to the destination, to X marks the spot. This is like a map. We have to follow the map, the Sea of Pages map. Yes, sir. I'm going to roll my way through it. Sometimes I got to take a stop and take a break, but I got to keep going because I have all that I need to succeed, just like you have all you need to succeed. And that's what we're going to do, which is what?
Succeed.
That's correct, my son. We're going to succeed. We're going to succeed. And right now I'm succeeding at the little things, which is trying to read. Read for an episode of Reading with SHILO for an hour. And we succeeded today. We succeeded. So we have 5 sections left. 5 sections left in here. And then, like I said, we're going to jump into the Black Jacobians. So we can...
That was called the Black...
Yes, sir. That's what it says. The Black Jacobians.
It's like it's black with brown.
Yes, that's the name of the book because he is not black. You are correct. He is brown. He is a copper color man.
Copper color?
Copper color man. Or a brown skin man. Just look at your skin. Is your skin black?
No, sir.
What color is your skin?
Copper, I guess.
Copper or brown. A shade of copper, a shade of brown. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's awesome. It's amazing. The Most High granted you with that.
Yours is like mine.
That's correct. No, yours is like mine. Because you're my son. But yes, sir, mine is like yours. Our skin is the same color or similar. And there's many people on this earth who have similar color. Not black, but brown. Brown skin.
Some people might have a pink color.
Yes, sir. They have pink people. They got brown people. They got yellow folk. Or at least that's what they claim. They claim they're yellow. They're not yellow. They're just a lighter shade of brown. A light brown. A light brown, not yellow. Because ain't nobody this color. I don't think I ain't seen nobody this color. Boy, if you this color, you got
Worms?
what, no, that worms. You got to say something wrong though. There's something wrong.
Blue.
There's something wrong with them people.
They turn blue. The first one blue. But there might be
I forget what the medical term is. Having in babies. Jaundice. You got that jaundice. If somebody this color, man, they yellow, but they got that jaundice.
Jaundice.
You don't want to have no jaundice.
What is jaundice mean?
Let's see what jaundice is. Who has a term here? What is jaundice? Jaundice, yellow skin. Look at that boy eyes. Look at them boy, yellow eyes.
Oh,
Jaundice, yellow skin caused by a buildup of bilirubin in the blood. Jaundice may occur jaundice may occur if the liver cannot efficiently process red blood cells as they break down. Jaundice. Jaundice can have causes that aren't due to underlying disease. Jaundice. So you don't want to have no yellow skin, man.
Or yellow eye.
That's right.
Or pink eye.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's not bad. It's not good either.
Pink eye.
See,
I saw that from somebody said from what Papa and what they're trying to eat them, and I heard it from that.
Okay.
Pink
So
eye.
yeah, we want to be the color the Most High made us. We want to be the way He made us. He made us perfect. He made us and gave us all that we need to succeed. We just have to use it and not abuse it. And part of using the things that we need to succeed and that we have to succeed is using our mind. Using our mind, using our eyes, using our ears, using our mouth to speak, using our nose to smell, using our hearts, using our hands and our feet. We have to use all that the Most High gave us because we have all that we need to succeed. And you can do so, just same as I can. Succeed. That is the objective. Succeed, 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 accomplish, finish, grow. Succeeding will cause growth.
What does growth mean?
Growth means getting bigger or better.
I thought it was that.
So by reading this, or not just this book, many books, by reading books, you expand or grow your mind. You have to be aware of what you allow or what you put in here. It's like you're downloading something. You know, before you play the game, sometimes it says download extra stuff. And I press it and I tell y'all, don't press nothing, let it download. You got to go from 0 to 100. Your mind is the same way. Your mind is like a computer. Your mind downloads things. Your eyes is what helps you to download. Your ears helps you to download things. Because whenever I'm speaking, if you can't see, I can speak and you can still hear me, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that means you can still intake information. If you cannot hear, but you can see, you can still intake information. If you can't see, hear, but you can smell, ooh, it stank. That's intaking information. You can still intake information. You can still download things. You still have all that you need to succeed. And you have to learn to use what the Most High has granted you with, what He has enabled you with, what He has given you freely. It's yours. Use it. Use it wisely. That's what we have to do. And we have to grow and be better people. We have to grow and be a better person. My job is to grow and be a better father for you, a better brother for your uncles, a better brother for your aunties, a better son for your grandfather, a better son for your great-grandfathers. A better grandson for your great-grandfathers. My job every day is to be better, succeed at whatever I have to do. Some days I stumble. Some days you'll stumble, but you get up and you try again and you succeed. And as long as you keep trying, and as long as you have that mindset, as long as you persevere and build up your strength, build up your discipline, then you can do anything your mind is set to. You can succeed. And that's what we're going to do. Succeed in finishing reading The Slave Revolution in the Caribbean.
Riding on the pages.
Rowing on the sea of pages that Mr. Dubois and Mr. Garrigus has laid before us. What will we find? What treasures await us? What can we learn and grow
Now
from?
there goes the treasures.
There are treasures. There are treasures are not always gold or silver or coins. Sometimes treasures are information. Sometimes the information can be more valuable than gold or silver. Sometimes the things that we need in our life are hid from us. They're hidden places we might not want to go, in the depths of the sea of pages.
Depths of the sea of pages.
That's right. And I got to expose them. I'm going to find them. I'm going to search like a hog looking for truffle. Yeah, he digs. The hog digs and he go finds what's buried in the dirt. The hog, he uses his nose. The nose can smell the truffles truffles are like mushrooms. They can smell that in the ground, under the dirt. So when we go hunting and we're in the woods, and I tell you, look at the ground. Look at the ground. And I ask you, what do you see? And you see where it's all dug up? That's because the hogs are looking for something to eat. They're looking for something specific. They're not just digging. They smell it there. They smell it there. And they might find it there. And if they find it, they're going to eat it there. So we have to do the same in these books. We have to find the treasures that are in there. But for us to find it, for us to locate it, it's going to take time. It's going to take our eyes. It's going to take our ears. It's going to take our mouth. It's going to take our minds. So we can search and seek through the sea of pages and find what is there for us. What treasures awaits us? What can we learn? And it's plenty. It is plenty. It is plenty. So we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, man. I hope y'all, excuse me, my son. Let me get it. I hope you have a wonderful night. A wonderful night. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day. And this has been episode 16. Episode 16, part 16 of Reading with Shilo. I'm Shilo, baby. I'm out here doing my part of the revolution. Yes, sir. Doing my part. Shilo, I'm a destroyer of worlds. Destroyer of worlds. Because I'm trying to destroy the worlds that you have in your mind. I'm trying to help you. Just like I'm trying to destroy the worlds that are in my mind. Revolution and insurgency needs to happen on the plantations in your mind. Are you going to fight for your freedom? Or are you going to continue to be enslaved? Handle your business. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get back, boy. I'll hit you with a wingtip. Don't make me hit you with a wingtip. So, man, hey, thank you, everybody who stopped by, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your people Shilo out here reading shit, doing shit, we learning shit, we building shit, we being better than we were yesterday. And hopefully you can join in and be better than you were yesterday, man. So shalom, everybody, man. Shalom. Shilo out, man. Till next time, man. I'm out here. Shilo out.